What's going on, guys? So trading is very, very difficult already as it is. So what I like to teach my traders at Evolution Traders is let's focus on the most simplest strategy that we can focus on, and let's actually build confidence behind our technical analysis and behind our strategy. Because if you really want to be profitable and you really want to be consistent and make money, identifying an edge or learning technical analysis or figuring out what stock or instrument to trade, whether you're trading futures or you're trading commodities or you're trading stocks or you're trading crypto, it doesn't really matter. What we need to actually focus on is something that is so simple that allows us to spend more time in managing the emotions behind our edge versus the actual technical strategy that we use to enter and exit the markets. So for example, what we're going to look at here is Amazon. If we look at Amazon and I look at it from a 2-minute view, again, this could be futures, this could be commodities, this could be crypto. I'm just using Amazon because it was already on my chart. I'm doing a little bit of homework for this coming up week. So I'm looking at the 2-minute time frame. I'm looking at a 20 period moving average as well as a 200 period moving average, which is a 20 SMA as well as a 200 SMA. Now, if we kind of analyze where the price action was going immediately off the first 2-minute candle, we can see a drastic red bodied candle here that pushes down below the 20 as well as the 200. Now, I tell my traders, let's make things as simple as possible. Let's have a defined risk. Let's have a defined entry. On this particular trade, what we would be looking for is the second candle, right? This candle here at 6:32 a.m. Pacific Standard Time that confirms the low of the candle that closes below the 20 period moving average. Now, our defined risk is very, very easy. It's going to be, it's going to be a stop over our reason why candle. Or if you would like to tighten up the risk a little bit, you can use any type of stop that gets back over our highest supply zone, which would be not the 20, but the 200 period moving average. Now, again, if we look at this trade after confirmation, even though it does go on a 2, 4, 6, 8, 10-minute kind of bounce against you, this is where the emotional side, which is why I'm saying identifying the patterns and identifying the entries is very easy. Identifying your exits is very easy. You want to know what's the hardest thing to do is to sit through this drawdown and trust your strategy enough to let it back test and get rejected to then fall to a lower price point. Now, if we look at our entry at around 126.40s, we can see that if we were to stay patient, even through the swings and even through the drawdown, because technically there's no damage that's been done to our chart or our trade in that's going to make us kind of get out of this move, we can see that we can have potentially gotten into this trade at around 126.40s. And if we would have managed those emotions and actually had confidence in the strategy, because we've taken these type of setups time and time again, and we've seen them work, we've also seen them fail, and we understand what they look like when they fail, when you would close back over that reason why candle. You can see that from a price of 126.43, we drop all the way down to a low price of around 125. So this is about $1.25, $1.35 move that potentially you could have made money on if you would have allowed yourself to work on the most important things when it comes to trading, which is managing those emotions and managing that anxiety and that fear and lack of confidence once you're in the trade. Again, so many people, especially traders that I work with, especially when they're just starting off or just trying to identify a strategy, they identify where they should potentially get out very easily. They identify the setups, meaning they look at this setup, they understand that they need to be getting short here. However, when this is going on here is when the emotions become so high that they sell with anticipation of potentially losing this very one singular trade, which on a very macro scale in your trading career means absolutely nothing. Because I also tell my traders, we need to work in blocks. We don't need to just work on what did we do on our last trade? What was our last 3 trades? So many traders are so focused on how many trades that they just recently lost versus getting to that full block. And I would call a full block, a full body of work, at least 20 trades. Are you doing the right thing and the correct thing for 20 trades? Once you do that, it would be very, very beneficial for you to be journaling your trades on a trade by trade basis. So that way you can look back and identify the mistakes that you're making. Are you exiting too soon? Are you not holding to full potential? Are you not taking trades because you lack the confidence to take trades? What exactly is the mistake that you're making? Then from there, we work on another lot of 20 trades and we single-handedly focus on just that one mistake that you made in the first set of 20 trades. Again, it's very easy to identify that you should be short here. It's very, very hard to hold through this pullback when especially you're oversized and you go into drawdown that you're not really used to sitting through. It tends to kind of weigh on traders. And then what happens is when they take this loss here, only to see it go in their favor, now they're confused and they're all the way back at ground zero. Guys, that's what I'm teaching traders to overcome in Evolution Traders. If you allow yourself to open up and see the mistakes that you're making and actively start working on it. I have one spot left for my private mentorship group, where you get access to live trading with me and the other traders, where you get access to my watch list, which is the levels that I'm going to look at on a day in and day out basis. You get access to my courses that are already pre-recorded that you can go through so you can kind of fully understand my whole thought process and theory as to what, how I'm trading. If you want to get access to that mentorship group, it's a one-time fee. That link is going to be down in the description box below. I'll see all of you guys on the inside. Again, let's finish 2023 on a strong note. Let's not go into the new year in 2024 still making the same mistakes that we made all this year, all last year, and the year before. I know you're having problems out there. Let's fix those problems together. That way we can prove to you and prove to the rest of the trading community that you don't have to be and fall victim to the 5% of people who, or the 90% of people who don't make it. And you want to be in that 5 to 10% of people who do make it. Because again, they say 90% of traders fail. It's true, because they never truly identify their mistakes that they're making and actually fix and work on them on a day in and day out basis. They just think that their strategy is wrong. They just think that the market is manipulated. They just think that it's their position size. Maybe their account's too small. Maybe they don't have the right indicator. There's so many different reasons other than looking at what the real problem is internally so they can see the light at the end of the tunnel. If you do want to work with me and you want to get access to that private mentorship group, definitely join on the link down in the description box below. I'll see all of you guys on the inside.